I'm Jenny, and this is Oliver.
Hello.
I've got lots of leaves here because today's story is about 3 particular types of leaf. You know what any of these are, Oliver?
An ivy.
That's right. What's that one?
An oak.
Good. And that one?
A holly.
Right. So look out for oak, ivy and holly in the story. But before we can start, we must find Berry. And the place to find him is his home, Forget-Me-Not View. And that's in the Windfalls storybook. Here it is. There's Forget-Me-Not View. Now, something doesn't look quite right. What do you think it is, Oliver?
It hasn't got a door.
Well, we'd better find a door, hadn't we? Oh, there's one. You can put that in the middle. Now, Berry can come and go as he pleases. And what else?
It hasn't got a window.
No. Well, there's some curtains there. I'll put this side on. You do the other side. And now they'll be nice and cosy inside, won't they?
Yeah.
That's right. That's got a neat garden. So I'll put a row of flowers along here. And you do the same the other side. And they're colourful, aren't they? That's right. And I'll make a path just here, which is made from a curvy piece of grass. And you put the sun in the sky. Fine. So there's Forget-Me-Not View. And here is Berry, with his dog Will. Today, Berry's decided to go for a long, long walk. It was a very hot afternoon, and they'd been walking for quite some while, when they saw a big tree at the bottom of the lane. Berry was very pleased. It was just the place to have a rest in the shade. So he sat down, and before you could say Ragged Robin, he fell asleep, fast asleep. He must have been tired, for he slept soundly for quite some time. Then he woke up with a start. He stood up and looked around. Where was Willow? It must be time to be getting home. Oh, he must have started back on his own, thought Berry. I'd better try to catch up with him. Then he scratched his head, for he could see that there were 2 lanes. He hadn't noticed that before. Which one led back to Forget-Me-Not View? Oh, surely Berry can't be lost. Well, he knows the countryside so well. But which way should he go? Just then he heard heavy footsteps, and as if from nowhere, there appeared a tall windfall. These are his legs, and these are his arms. And now we see the first of the leaves, the oak leaf. And I want you to put that in the middle because that's his body, Oliver. That's right. And that's his face. You can put an orange tie around his neck too. I see. He does look funny. Look at his big feet. Do you know what they are?
Wings.
Yes, some people call them wings or helicopters. They're actually seed pods from a tree called a sycamore tree. We'll see what he looks like soon. Oh, he's got a twinkle in his eye. And he's smiling. See? Oh, look at his beard. It's made from a bunch of brown grass. There. Should we put some buttons down the front?
Yes.
All right. Give him 3 buttons. 1.
2.
Right. 3. Think he looks funny? Hello, boy. My name's Okie Dokie. What's yours? Well, my name is Berry, sir, and I live at Forget-Me-Not View. But I can't find my dog and I've lost my way. Lost your way? Well, it's a good job I came along, because as my name is Okie Dokie, then everything is Okie Dokie. Now, Forget-Me-Not View. Let me see. Okie Dokie thought for a moment. Then he said, Yes, I know the way. You'll be home in no time. It's just down this road. Trust old Okie Dokie. Well, I'm very grateful for your trouble, said Berry, as they set off up the lane. After a while, Okie Dokie stopped, and he said, There you are, boy. What did I tell you? When I'm around, everything is Okie Dokie. And Berry could see that he was pointing at the most peculiar-looking house. The front door was a long way off the ground. How do you think they'd get in, Oliver?
I don't know.
No, nor do I. And the roof looks like it's going to fall off. The whole place looked lopsided. Well, Berry had never seen such a funny-looking house. Have you ever seen a house like that?
No.
Nor have I. That's not forget-me-not view, said Berry. Of course it is. How could anyone forget a view like that? Well, Berry had to agree, but he was so disappointed that it wasn't his own home. He thanked Okie Dokie and turned to go. He'd only gone a few paces when he heard a little noise behind him. He looked around. To his surprise, Okie Dokie had completely disappeared. There was no one in sight. How very strange. And then, just like before, as if from nowhere, there appeared a smallish windfall. These are her legs. And Oliver, will you give her a body?
Yes.
You remember what that leaf is?
An ivy leaf.
That's right. Just put it there in the middle. Fine. And the ivy's a plant that we call a climber because it winds its way upwards. And if it can't find anywhere to climb, then it creeps along the ground. Now I'm going to give her some eyes. There.
She looks cheerful.
She does, doesn't she? Why don't you make her feel even more cheerful and put some little ivy leaves on her head to make a little hat? There they are. These are her hands.
She's pretty tall.
Yes, she is rather, isn't she? I'll move that down.
She's taller than Berry.
Yes. Hello, boy. My name's Lively Ivy. But you don't look very lively. What's the matter? Well, I've lost my way, said Berry. Lost your way? Lost your way? Well, that's a very careless thing to do. Lost your way where? I've lost my way to Forget-me-not View. Well, how can it be called Forget-me-not View when you've just forgotten it? She laughed and laughed at her own joke. And Berry found that he was laughing too, though he wasn't sure that it was all that funny. When at last Lively Ivy stopped laughing, Berry asked her again if she knew the way to Forget-me-not View. No, I'm afraid I don't, she said. Oh dear, thought Berry. Then he heard a little noise behind him. Just like before, there appeared another windfall. You can give her a body. Can you remember what it is, Oliver?
An ivy leaf.
No. Try again.
A holly leaf.
That's right. We mostly notice holly at Christmas time because of its shiny red berries. But it's with us all the year round. One thing we do know about holly. What's that? Remember about the leaves?
They're very spiky.
Yes, they are. So if you touch them, you must be very, very careful.
You've got a nasty prick.
That's right. Tell you what, do you want to give her a touch of colour?
Yes.
And put a flower in her hair. There's a little flower for you. That's right. You manage.
Yes.
There she is. Well, seeing Berry looking very glum, the newcomer said, "You look worried. What's the matter?" Berry told her that he was lost. She said, "Oh, you mustn't worry about that. My name's Jolly Holly, and when I'm around, everyone is always jolly." "Well, it's all very well being jolly," said Berry, "but I've lost my way, and I don't recognize anything here. I just want to go home to Forget-me-not View." "Forget-me-not View? I know where that is. Hold my hand and I'll take you there in no time." And as Berry clasped her outstretched hand, what do you think happened?
I don't know.
Well, Berry woke up with a start to find that his hand was resting on a prickly holly leaf. It must have fallen from a nearby tree. Look, there's a little leaf. He looked around and was surprised to see Willow and the familiar countryside, with just one lane that he knew led to Forget-me-not View. Then Berry realised that he'd been dreaming. Well, Berry got home without any more adventures, and that night, when he was safely tucked up in his own little bed, he hoped that in his dreams he would be able to meet Lively Ivy, Okie Dokie, and Jolly Holly, and thoroughly explore their strange world. Don't forget to join me next week for another Windfall story. Goodbye.
Goodbye.